What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a special day. Today I am starting a new series called Posting Every Day Until I Either Go Viral or I have to go back to work. And today's gonna be day one. So let's hop right into today's video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Instead of cars, reviews, or vlogs, I kind of wanted to talk about something that has changed my life forever. So something that helps me stay focused and something that helps me just kind of forget everything else and just kind of lock in. And it's called Stoicism. So to give everybody a brief explanation, Stoicism is a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece around 300 BC and later popularized in ancient Rome. Teaches that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. Let's try to hop right into today's video. We're going to go over a couple quotes that I love, that I actually listen to on a daily basis while I'm either sitting in the sauna or sitting in the steam room. So we're going to hop right into it, guys. Let's lock in for the rest of the year. Like, comment, subscribe tonight. And one more quick little side note. Some of the most famous Stoic philosophers, I'm going to name a few, is Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. Their lessons are still relevant today. So the first quote, I'm going to put it right here, is you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength, by Marcus Aurelius. To me, this quote is a reminder that life isn't always fair. People will disappoint you, cars will break, jobs won't always go your way, as we've all seen that happen probably before once or twice in our life. I just experienced it. Things happen that are completely outside of your control. What I've learned is that stressing over things I can't change only wastes energy. Instead, I try to focus on my reaction. That's where the real power is. Because at the end of the day, like I always say, it doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters how you respond to it. Whenever something goes wrong, I ask myself, what can I actually do about this right now? And that mindset alone has helped me stay calmer and more productive and just more locked in and just focusing on what really matters. What the fuck is this? Yo, I had to skip this ad. There we go. Now we got cars. So anyways, let's hop right back into the video. I didn't realize that my background was fucked up. So the second quote that I will be reviewing, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be, life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the lifeboats. And that is going to be by Voltaire. So this is a quote, and everybody might take it, have a little bit of a different perspective on it, but this is what I extracted from it, is to be 100 completely honest and blunt, is we're all going to die. We're all not going to make it. It's 100% fact. We don't know when that day is. We don't know when that day will come. But at the end of the day, what really matters is to enjoy your life, to sing in the lifeboats, right? Even if you are fighting for your life and you're trying to find land, let's say let's take this as a serious example. What he is pretty much saying is to remember to enjoy the journey. And that's the one thing that I think a lot of people get hung up on, is we get worried about the next car we're going to get, or the next job, or the next promotion, or this and that. And at the end of the day, you're never really happy because you're putting off your happiness to, oh, maybe in 6 months when I buy a house, well, I'll be happier. And we all do this. I'm guilty of doing this. I'm going to become 100% honest with you. I used to do this a lot. But at the end of the day, we're all going to die. It's a matter of what you do now and how you live your life. That is one of the best ways that I can that what I've extracted from the quote and what I took from it. So we're going to hop right into the next quote. I hope everybody's messing with the new content. Let's hop right into the next quote. We'll probably do 2 more quotes. The next quote, of course, my boy Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. I mean, that right there alone is pretty much self-explanatory. I think it means that we all take so many things granted on a daily basis. And just to be able to realize that you have the capacity to love, to feel that you woke up this morning. That is everything. And everybody gets so caught up in, the big things you do in your life. You need to really take a step back and realize that the little things are what mean the most. And that might sound cliche, might sound corny, call it whatever you want. But at the end of the day, these are things that we take for granted. A good night's sleep, being able to love somebody, being able to express yourself, being able to talk, having arms, having legs, having a functioning 100% healthy body. When I was driving limos, I actually picked up a couple, and there was a translator, and the one guy was deaf. He had to talk with sign languages, and he, at that moment, it hit me, and I'm 30 years old, and it made me realize that, wow, I'm 30 years old, and I've been able to talk. I can hear how my mom's voice sounds, or my dad's, or whatever I've heard such beautiful sounds, and this guy can't hear. He's deaf. These are things that we take for granted on a daily basis that I think we all forget mean so much. To have a healthy body, to have, to be able to hear somebody, to be able to see somebody, to interact with somebody. We all take these little things for granted. Even waking up in the morning or having a good night's sleep. I know I already said that before. These are all things that we take for granted on a daily basis. But realistically, like I said, when you take a step back and you look at it all in retrospect or in a different perspective, don't take that for granted, because there's somebody else out there that would do anything to have what you got. So always remember that, guys. Be grateful for what you got. Because like they always say, you don't know what you got until it's gone. And this is going to be the last quote. And shout out to everybody that's been checking out your boy. I've actually jumped up about 8 subscribers. I'm about to go crazy right now. Turn up. So this is the last quote, everybody. And the last quote is, the best answer to anger is silence. And a lot of you guys might not understand that. And I didn't either. But the older that I get, the one thing that I'm learning is sometimes the best thing to do is to turn the other cheek. The best thing to do is to just walk away. Because at the end of the day, a minute of anger and rage can literally ruin a whole life of somebody that's been saving. It could ruin your entire life. All it takes is a minute of rage to ruin your entire life. And this is another thing that you can apply it to, is if you get into an altercation or maybe road rage. Road rage is a perfect example, especially here in Las Vegas. I think Vegas is becoming one of the worst places like LA. There's just so much road rage. Sometimes the best thing to do is to let that guy pass you, because now you don't got to worry about him. You don't got to worry about him right in your ass no more. You can just let him go, and hopefully there's a cop waiting down there, and they'll give his ass a ticket. So that is what I've extracted from this quote. Like I said, Stoicism has changed my life in so many different ways. And just to clarify, this is a philosophy. This is not a religion. So this isn't Christianity. This isn't whatever. This is a totally different approach. This is a philosophy. This is a perspective on your life. And you can have whatever kind of philosophy that you think is right, but at the end of the day, I'm sharing this because these quotes that I listen to on a daily basis have changed my life forever. And maybe they'll help you guys all out too. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that you can control is how you feel. That's it. Let's lock in, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Please support your boy. Share the video if you can. If you took any weight from this, or if you gained anything from this, write it down in the comments below. Tell me what you think. So anyways, guys, we're going to close this out. And like I always say, let's lock in. I hope you guys are all doing good. And as always, peace.